Saat ini mina nek TV, katin arna mek wah ke po, mek wah ke po ai kan dek. Saat ini mina nek TV, katin arna mek wah ke po ai kan dek. Saat ini mina nek TV, katin arna mek wah ke po ai kan dek. Saat ini mina nek TV, katin arna mek wah ke po ai kan dek. saat ini kami nanda TV captain arna Mac wah ke po Mac wah ke po ai kan deh.
Okay, I think it's about time to get started. Sorry for the delay. I think we have a lot of players that want to play tonight, so got all those matchups set up, and we're about ready to go. Welcome in Gila, Aiken, Hunt, Nog. When you realize you're not following Enhance on Twitch, yes, be sure to follow us on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube. We are streaming to both YouTube and Twitch currently. Oh, we can turn down the game sound. All right, let's get started. I am Austin, the community developer at Enhance Experience. And yeah, this is our TECWC showcase, Tetris Effect Connected World Championship 2023 showcase. And today's focus will be classic score attack. So yeah, if you have any questions about the game mode, if you're trying to up your game before the tournament, if you're new to playing it, any questions are good questions regarding classic score attack. And I'm actually pretty familiar with the mode in terms of strategy, control, etc. So happy to answer any classic score attack specific questions, in addition to any questions surrounding the tournament you may have as we head into the tournament month of October. So we have a lot to do today, a lot of people that want to play matches, so we're going to hop right into it. First off, I'm just going to play some single player and maybe go through a few things regarding classic score attack. Welcome in, Tetri. Yeah, how to DAS level 19, stuff like that would be how to DAS in general. DAS referring to one of the control methods, and we'll get into that a little bit. So without further ado, and yes, if you haven't already, register for next month's tournaments. We have a teams tournament on October 7th, score attack on the 21st, classic score attack on the 28th, and zone battle on the 4th, of course in Pacific US time, maybe the next day, depending on where you are. But yeah, let's hop into it. So I'm going to play classic score attack, which is also available in the effect modes since the February update this year when we launched on PlayStation 5. And I'm actually going to start at a pretty low level just to kind of go through control and stuff like that. I don't like to start on 0 because it can be hard to kind of tuck your pieces, which we'll get into. And yeah, in case anybody is wondering, so there's NTSC or PAL. If you grew up playing the European version, the PAL is for you. And the movement is a little faster left and right. And the gravity kicks in a little faster because of the hardware at the time, right? So this is faithful to the European version, and NTSC is faithful to the American version. So let's get started here. Welcome in, Wiley can't Twitch. Wiley certainly can Twitch, if you ask me. Okay, so classic Tetris. Yeah, so right off the bat, kind of a trickier opener, but my advice generally for classic Tetris is to have a well on the far right for Tetrises, or for your long bars, eyepieces, whatever you want to call it. keep your stack fairly flat so that you don't have to rely on long bars, and also keep the left slightly higher. So, for example, when I say keep it flat, I could put this piece here, or I could put it here. And if I put it here, this is the flatter option. As you can see, there's only very minimal gaps, right? And that allows you to have less dependencies on certain pieces. So, and a safe way to play is to keep your left higher. It's actually harder for any piece in classic Tetris to get to the left side of the board because of where the piece spawns. It can be hard to tell from here, but when you rotate this piece, you can tell I haven't moved it left or right since the spawn. It's going to be farther along the right side. So when the gravity increases and you are pressured with the speed of the gravity, you are going to want to keep that piece, or it'll be easier to burn your pieces or clear lines on the right side of the board. So yeah. Good fundamentals are important to competitive classic Tetris. There's a few options here. You could try to wait for a burn and keep it flat, or you can be a little greedier and wait for a certain piece. But yes, ideally you want to score Tetrises on the right side. You are going to see high-level players not always do that, depending on the flow of their piece sequences and how they may want to greed out as many Tetrises as they can, because versus classic score attack is simply who gets the highest score, right? So you're going to try to get as many Tetrises as possible, but be careful because, and this goes for all skill levels, if you are greeding for those Tetrises, there's a chance you may get to the top of your board and have no options to fill out these greedy piece dependencies that you are setting up. Welcome in, Lauren. Elite Potato. Hello, Wabi. Why on the right? Simply due to you want to have your Tetris well on the right. Oh, I think my controller got unplugged. Because it is easier for a long bar to get to the right. Simply put, there's also some benefits to the right side because of spins and stuff like that. I suppose we can get into that, but at a entry level, that's not something you're going to have to worry about too much. If I get a long bar, maybe I can show you why the right side. So when you get a long bar and you rotate the piece, there's 6 rows to the left and what is it? Or was it 5 rows to the left, 4 to the right? The piece spawns favoring the right side, so it'll be easier to get a Tetris, to get the long bar to the right, if that makes sense. So it's a good habit to stack your Tetris well on the right. And yes, spins, if you say you do pick up classic Tetris, you love it, you get addicted to it, and you want to step up your game, you are still going to want to maintain that right well, simply due to some advanced techniques that you may want to employ. So for example, I'm going to set up something like this. As you see, it's not necessarily an easy way to stack your board, but you could do a tuck with the T-piece, like this, for example. And there was spin options, so we'll do a similar setup and showcase that. I guess tucks you can also do on the left side, so that's not the best example. Here we go. Okay, so my next piece, I can actually fit into that right. So when you put this piece all the way to the right, as you can see, as I rotate, there's like a specific time you can rotate into that notch. And you can't do the same on the left side. With the same piece, if I'm on the left side, there's no notches I'll be able to spin into. With this piece specifically. You can't actually with like the L and J piece and the long bar at times, but that's also pretty advanced. Most spins will favor the right side. Today is just classic score attack. We're going to go over anything classic score attack. Also, let me know what mode you want to see next week. I guess we could do score attack or zone battle. Okay, so of course, as you clear lines, the level will increase. We started on level 2. If you start on a level below level 10, so say we start level 2, you're going to need 30 lines to hit level 3, 40 lines to hit level 4, etc. It gets a little more convoluted at later levels. For example, 18 start is the most popular. Starting on level 18 is the most popular in competitive classic Tetris. And it's actually 130 lines to transition into level 19. So not not quite elegant in that sense, but it's faithful to the original classic Tetris on the Nintendo. Not randomly. I'm trying to get people prepped up if you're trying to prepare for an upcoming tournament, etc. It's actually really useful. I never thought of it. Yeah, so definitely, maybe, okay, I'm going to try to stack in a way that's like not helpful to me. So right now I'm stacking with a lot of verticality. So to fill in these gaps, I need specific pieces, right? So I'm going to stack higher in the middle, higher on the left, just because I need these S and Z pieces or a T piece. And when I don't get it, it becomes really troublesome. And there could have been some decisions at the very bottom in order to avoid these piece dependencies. So now my stack is looking goofy, right? So there are steps to curb that, and let's see if I can kind of go over those kind of steps. So right now I'm trying to bring my board back to a steady state. And looking at this board, this seems pretty friendly to anything, really. My general rule of thumb is to kind of have a slope from left to right. That's one way to do it. So right now, we have a fairly decent slope, maybe slightly slanted, but with this kind of board, there's so many options I have for this piece. There's a safe option where I can just take this single line burn and not have to worry too much about where to put the next piece. This is a little trickier, but I would put this piece here and try to tuck something into the bottom. Of course, I'm getting extra tricky, but you can also tuck this in here. And Tetris, but typically keep it to the right. Timing for T-spin and classic, that's a good question. Yes, unlike classic Tetris, unlike modern variants of Tetris, playing journey mode, zone battle, etc. The piece will lock in right away when you touch the floor here, so or when a piece touches another piece that's already been placed. So trying to hit a T-spin, or any spin in general, can be difficult to do, and we'll take some practice. So let's try to set up a T-spin. Generally, you don't want to set up T-spins first off. So, okay. Yeah, there's two spin options there, but you need to time it right when it hits that the floor. Uh-oh, I'm getting a little greedy here, but there's a few options here. There's actually a spin here. This is a little trickier. You can do that. But okay, we have a pretty healthy board state. As the levels get higher, you're going to want to bring down your stack a little bit because you only have so much time to get to the left and the right. What is drought and Tetris rate? Yeah, so since the PS5 winter patch, I suppose, in February, you have the option to turn on a HUD for the Tetris rate and drought. As you see, the stat TRT and this stat DHT, which stands for drought, and drought on the right, Tetris rate on the left. So you can see how many Tetrises I am getting, depending on the amount of lines I have. So 53 is okay. Well, it's good at a standard or a lower. I don't want to say lower level because it sounds pretentious, but if you are starting out, 50 is a very good Tetris rate. But for top level players, I believe the standard is getting higher and higher. But it used to be, I guess you would want like a 60% Tetris rate to max out the score or get 1 million from an 18 start. But yes, we are on level 9, so you need to start playing a little more careful, because you only have so much time before the piece is going to lock in. And yeah, one thing I haven't really discussed is control methods, which people can struggle with in classic Tetris. So right now, I prefer to use, if I hold left or right, my piece goes automatically, right? So you don't have to like continually tap the piece. I'm letting the piece move in to where it needs to go directly. Sometimes with this technique though, you can kind of like overshoot your piece. It's very timing and rhythm based, if you ask me. And that's part of the reason I like to play this way, is it's like a nice flow to it. And now I'm going to start just tapping. So I'm just tapping left every time I want to move left, tap right every time I want to move right. If you can do this quickly enough, it's kind of referred to as hyper tapping, and you can do this faster than you would be able to automatically move the piece by holding down left or right. That could be a bit strenuous, and not everyone enjoys playing that way, but I would say at the higher level, it is proven to be a stronger method than relying on tapping left and right. And yes, I'm not going to be able to do it on this. I'm using a PlayStation controller. But the newest technique is called rolling. I bet the best way for me to explain it would be to link a video of it, but it's like players that they tap on the bottom of their controller quickly. Like say you're playing on a piano and you like are doing this, right? You can do that to get multiple inputs on a controller, and that's kind of crazy. And you'll see that on CTWC, like the Classic Tetris World Championship. And in our tournament, we are going to have hand cams and stuff, and it's going to be very likely that you'll see that in the tournament on October 28th when we stream it live. It is a kind of a crazy thing in a recent development in the last few years in the Classic Tetris community. All right, so we are speeding up, and when your pieces speed up, obviously you want to play a little bit more careful. Level 13 through 15 is the same, so when players do a level 15 start, it is actually at the same speed as a level 13 start. And the reason that people start on level 15 over 13 is that each level you get higher score for each Tetris, right? So if 13 and 15 are the same speed, people are going to start on level 15 just to get higher scores. But yeah, the higher the level, the less greedy you can be when it comes to setting up for Tetrises, etc. And that's something to consider as you get into higher levels. You may want to bring down your stack, just so that you don't top out. Ooh, that's a mistake on my end. Level 16 through 18 are also the same speed. hence people like to start on level 18, and that is the de facto start for competitive classic Tetris. But even on 18, it's actually pretty fast, so you are going to want to keep your board fairly low. Like, don't stack much higher than halfway up if you don't have to. I try to keep my board pretty clean. Don't push for anything you don't have to at this stage, especially when I'm like halfway up the board at the moment. I'm going to burn a little sooner, just to make sure I don't top out. All right, and then when it really gets tricky is level 19. So I think we have one more line until that happens. And this is not a great level 19 board, so very good chance I will top out here. Actually, I got a pretty good sequence, so as I mentioned, I am using the DAS playstyle, so it'd be pretty tough to get to this point without like the tapping method I mentioned. It'll take some practice. Then yeah, from here you really want to make sure that on this speed you really want to make sure you keep that right well. It allows you the most flexibility, and you'll be the most likely to stay alive. So right now I'm greeting for that Tetris. I do get the long bar, so it paid off. But if I didn't get the long bar there, it would have been a bit tricky. So yeah, I'm gonna burn clear lines a little bit sooner, so I don't have to stress out too much. And doesn't look like I'm gonna get a long bar. Got a 20 drought going. Max out. Not looking like I'm going to max out, but maybe we can try to get to level 29 just to show what that even is. And not looking like it's going to happen with those misdrops. But also at level 29, it used to be called the kill screen because no games would go beyond that point. But with the evolution of control methods, players can utilize hyper tapping and rolling to get some extra lines. Or continue to play forever with rolling into those late levels. Since the last Classic Tetris World Championship, because of that, there is a hard level cap at level 39. So even in our TECWC tournament, we are going to have players that will most likely hit level 39 during tournament play. So yeah, that is a thing. So that those players they have to, in that 10 level window, they're still going to want to try to play for points in Tetrises rather than just skim at the bottom, which is unfavorable. But yes, that is my classic Tetris rundown, and feel free to ask questions about anything I covered or anything you'd like me to cover again on Classic Score Attack. We can do that. So yes, without further ado, we are going to hop into some match spectating. So I'm gonna get that set up. While I'm doing that, if you haven't already, be sure to register for Tetris Effect Connected World Championship. Learn more at tetriseffect.game/tournaments. We already have a lot of registrants. I think it's looking like we're gonna have 150 to 250 players per bracket currently, which is awesome on each time slot. Let's keep it going, though. We still have quite a bit of time to register. We are going to push registration up till the very end for each tournament, so let's make these tournaments as big as possible. And of course, the more players that sign up, the more fair your matchups will be. We are going to have tiered brackets, so if you're new to the game, don't be afraid to sign up. You're going to be playing other players that are new to the game. The exception maybe being the teams tournament. The teams tournament, obviously, is going to have less teams involved, but we may still tier that tournament depending on how many teams sign up. So grab a few friends. Be sure to join. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so let's get this set up. Who is our first match today? So we have Knight Rider 64 and Lauren. Lauren, I don't know if you were lurking here, or if you too want to play, you're welcome to kick off our versus here. So I will send you a room code in the Discord channel that we have going. Great, both players are here, and they will kick us off. I kind of have matches lined up in a way. We're gonna start with more casual matches and move our way towards the high skilled matches. Save the best for last. All right, the room code is there. To join the room, just head to a multiplayer menu, hit whatever the join room button is. It should be on the bottom of your screen, and type in that room code. While they are doing that, I am going to show off my Tetris Effect Connected merch. Type in the command for you guys on Twitch. If you want to look as cool as me and other enhanced staff during the tournament, feel free to nab yourself a t-shirt, a limited edition tournament t-shirt. This comes in red and blue as well. We have a We Are All Connected t-shirt with a back print, some hoodies, and stickers. We have like a holographic variant sticker, as well as some regular stickers too, which came out pretty nice. Thank you. No one can look as cool as me, especially if you're wearing Tetris Effect Connected merch. So definitely check it out. Looks like Lauren found their way into our lobby. And Knight Rider. Lauren saying, save the best for last, but we are up first. Okay, that does come off bad, doesn't it? We saved the best for our first match here. Lauren versus Knight Rider. Knight Rider having a little trouble finding the lobby. Okay, well, while Knight Rider is doing that, I will plug the Tetris Effect Connected Nintendo Switch carrier. I don't know if you are like me, but when I take my Switch on the plane, I throw it in my bag with a bunch of other stuff in it. It probably messes up my controllers. Why not have a beautiful Tetris Effect Connected carrier case to throw your Switch inside of? I believe, yeah, you got a top zipper. I'm going to go Price is Right style here. You have a top zipper for any external cords you would like to put in there. There is a game carrying pouch. Also, if you have a light Nintendo Switch, it looks like there's an insert for the Nintendo Switch Lite version. So yes, Tetris Effect Connected carrier case from Hyperkin. Also, I like the back print. It's got all the pieces on it. Oh, it looks like they found our lobby, so I don't need to plug anything any longer. Let's watch some classic Score Attack. So feel free to ready up. Right now it is set to first to 1. Feel free to play 2 or 3 matches. We'll set it to first to 2 for our next matches. All right. Lauren picking level 8 to start. Knight Rider spamming emotes. Love to see it. We're all friends here. Let me throw in I'll throw in a heart here at the left. Oh, didn't mean to. Thumbs up. Smile. Queen Low, hello. Says, hello, Knight Rider. Good luck, everyone. Knight Rider, you got this. Or does Lauren have this? Actually, I have no idea. I've never seen either of these players play before. Lauren's sporting the Manta Ray avatar, and Knight Rider, fittingly, has an avatar with a weapon and shield. Looks like they're both pressing down using their speed. Feel free to take your time, no pressure here. But yes, anybody that is tuning in for the first time, feel free to follow our channels, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch. Twitch.tv/enhanceexperience and youtube.com/enhanceexperience. We do stream to both platforms, and we are going to be doing community streams every Friday throughout the tournament period. And if it becomes popular, who knows? We can continue that going forward, just in general. But yeah, how's our match going? Pretty close here. Neither player really nabbing a Tetris just yet. Lauren looks like she is very close to setting one up. Will she take the triple? Ooh, she's greeting for the Tetris, and it pays off. Lauren nabs that first Tetris. Ooh, Knight Rider. I think, I wonder if Knight Rider was looking at their upcoming piece, because they made a slight adjustment. Looks like they wanted to burn in a certain area, but then they're like, ooh, this piece would be perfect. So yes, looking at their piece preview, which definitely will help you with your stacking methods. Are slots available in the room? We did have a lot of people sign up to play tonight. We'll see how time goes here. If we make it through the entire list, we can try to get you in, my blue. Same for Gila. If Wabi, if you're listening, or anybody else in that the matchmaking thread, feel free to tag some of these players that want to play in Twitch so that they're able to read what's going on in that chat. All right. I like what I'm seeing, though. Lauren going for this pretty aggressive stack. Where is that long bar? Oh, okay. Okay, I like it. You know what? You could put the T-piece right smack dab in the middle. Burns that perfectly. I feel like that could have gone very poorly for Lauren, but she gets the long bar just in time. And Knight Rider with a pretty clean board, though. In classic Tetris, you never know what's going to happen. You know, the lead could shift at any moment. Oh, Knight Rider throwing out the sweat emoji for a rough long bar and square placement. But they are low enough to the board that they should be able to clean this up. Or not feel too stressed about it, as frustrating as that may be. So I will shoot them a smile emoji. Keep that morale high. But Lauren nabbing another Tetris high up on the board there. I'm digging this aggressive play from Lauren. Knight Rider 64. What's that make me think of? You guys ever played the game Quest 64? It might show how old I am, but ooh, that was a rough hang for Knight Rider. They do have the long bar to bring it down just a little bit. This is a tough board no matter who you are. Let's see if they can get out of this predicament here. I feel like Quest 64 was a bad game, but at the time, I loved it. I feel like I'd probably only like to play it again because of nostalgia reasons. But all right, Knight Rider is going to top out here, and Lauren will take this round. You guys are welcome to play one more if you'd like. But Lauren is going for another Tetris here. We'll see if Lauren can get this Tetris, and then if you'd like to, after that Tetris, you can manually top out so we can move into our next match with Knight Rider here. Typically, if you're ahead in ranked play, Lauren would be, it would end the game. But I think in friend lobbies, it allows you to continue to play if you're going for a high score or something like that. And she does nab that Tetris. I like 64 from Nintendo 64, of course, and Mega 64. Yes, Mega 64, also a friend of Enhance. I believe Rocco from Mega 64 is a Res Infinite fan. It's like Lauren may be topping out at this point. All right. But we'll let Lauren and Knight Rider play one more match, and we can then move on into our next matchup. I think it's nice to get the limelight for... Not everyone needs to be a god at Tetris. You know what I mean? I also like the vibe of just doing chill, friendly matches, so... All right. Nice game from Lauren. A 35% Tetris rate. And feel free to do one more game, then we'll hop into our next matchup. Who is next on the list? So next up, we are going to have Eversiege and Wabi, I believe. Wabi being our enhanced mod. And I remember Eversiege from, they played in TECWC 2022. I definitely remember a lot of the names from last year. Because I was, if anyone did play in last year's tournament, they may recognize me from trying to DM them or wrangle them into playing their matches. So naturally, I do recognize a lot of these player names. Good luck, and remember to have fun. Ooh, Lauren, a little rougher this time around, but you know what? Knight Rider hasn't won just yet. They actually have to... Wait. Oh, well, they did win. I'm sorry. They did win. Okay, they were ahead by 3K. You know what? That was a short one. You guys are welcome to do a level... If you want to do another level 9 start, no, that's okay with me. Considering that was under a minute. Tiebreaker, yes. This will be the tiebreaker. There we go. That's good. Good thinking, Twitch chat. All right. TECWC 2023 Grand Finals. Lauren versus Knight Rider. Who will be our Trifecta 2023 champion? Go! 3, 2, 1, Tetris! The crowd goes wild. Who knows? That could be the future of classic or of Tetris here. The Lauren and Knight Rider 64 Dynasty. I'm ready for it. I believe chat is ready for it as well, but yeah, let's go. Kazu who? Zvanya Nenu, Super Shocky. They are nothing compared to what we got going on here. Lauren and Knight Rider 64, the true champions of Tetris Effect Connected, who will be our grand champion. Ooh! Both players. Oh no, Knight Rider. I don't know if Knight Rider can get to the far right here. Okay, they are just going to top out, and Lauren is going to win our tiebreaker. That was a rough placement. GG. Lauren is our grand champion of TECWC 2023. Thanks to everyone for participating in this year's tournament. Maybe we can get Lauren on the floor for an interview. And yeah, GG's all around. So next up, we are going to have Wabi versus who was it again? Eversiege. Is Eversiege around? Welcome in, Grass Pelt. You know what? If Eversiege is not in here at the moment, we could do Wabi versus Sidedark. If Sidedark is in the chat, I see Sidedark talking actually in the thread. So Wabi, if you want to get Sidedark in there. Oh yeah, welcome in, Sidedark. So yeah, you'll be on deck. Oh, and Lauren does top out there. GG's. Thanks for playing, Lauren and Knight Rider. And we are going to be, if you want to continue playing on these community streams, definitely tune in next time. I definitely love to watch. It's nice to take a step back and watch, you know, you don't always need to be watching the best of the best. I think it's nice to have casual, chill matchups as well. And this was a lot of fun, which is some more reason to sign up for the tournament. You're going to be playing like-minded, not like-minded, but possibly like-minded, but similar skilled players. It's going to be a good time. So don't be afraid to register. Okay. So I will make a, let's see. Yeah, if we can get Sidedark into this lobby. And yeah, you can register now at tetriseffect.game/tournaments. Oh, give you 5 minutes? Okay. No rush. If that's the case, we can get, who was after that? Aiken and R3EO. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. I don't know if it's like a text to letter kind of thing. So let's see. R3EO. And Aiken. Aiken is our resident YouTube chatter. You two are welcome to hop in. Wabi will get you on deck once the Sidedark finds their way in here. And yes, check out the Hyperkin Switch carrying case while we wait. I just got this today, so it's fresh on my eyes as well. But yeah, I got the Tetris Effect Connected logo on the front, pieces on the back. I believe that is the the second level in Journey mode for the particles surrounding the logo there. Also, I'll drop the merch link in Twitch chat if anyone does want to nab themselves one of these beautiful Tetris Effect Connected World Championship t-shirts. I believe when you wear this t-shirt, it actually improves your gameplay. I have had some personal best while wearing a Tetris Effect Connected World Championship t-shirt. Most likely that anybody that has a TECWC t-shirt will get a new personal best right when they start wearing that t-shirt. So I believe there's some good luck involved. Not sure how much longer you're planning to stream, but willing to join a match for fun. Okay, yeah, if we have some extra room, we'll get you in there. I think we're going to try to stream till 7:30. There's actually a Zone Battle community tournament happening tonight, so maybe we can throw a raid that way following our tournament. Or, I'm sorry, following this community stream. Who are we waiting for? Is R3IO still around? If not, maybe we can just have Wabi. Wabi, if you're welcome to hop in. I think you're all around the same skill level anyways. And we'll get R3IO into another match. So yeah, I think we're good to go. I'm sorry, let me change my, we're gonna change it to first to 2. And okay, you guys can get started. Aiken versus Wabis. Wabis. Is it Wabis or Wabis? I think it's Wabis. Or Wabi. I call him Wabi. Oh. I see R3IO just made it into the lobby. R3IO will get you into the next matchup. You can play against Side Arc, actually. Okay, so this will be a first to 2 featuring the one and only Wabi and Aiken. Wabatize, I like that. Oh, thank you for the kind words, Knight Rider. Yeah, feel free. We're always wanting to expand our community. I'd love to get more, casual players involved in playing matches and stuff like that. I think there's something to be said about the Tetris community in general. It's pretty wholesome. People that play Tetris tend to be pretty chill. They're not going to hold grudges when they lose Tetris matches. Well, can't say I've never held a grudge after losing a Tetris match. But, yeah. Happy to have more members. And, yeah, we'll continue to do our community streams on Friday throughout the tournament. So, hope to see you guys here as we push into the tournament. But we got a level 12 start from Wabi and Aiken. Ooh, Aiken with some rough piece placements. This is going to be... You're going to need some god level Tetris to get caught up or get back into the swing of things here. Not okay. They still have the lead. Who knows? Okay, no, never mind. Wabi does score that Tetris and is good for game number 1. That is the thing with classic Tetris. It can be over in an instant depending on how things go, and that happens across all skill levels. So nobody is immune to topping out early in classic Tetris. Some of the best players in the world have joined Club Zero. To join Club Zero, you have to get 0 points in a competitive Tetris match. I believe I personally have been to Club Zero, or I think I was about to join Club Zero, and then I pressed down just so I had 2 points. But it happens because when you're playing against the best players, you're going to want to try to be as greedy as possible in order to put up against their scores, right? So you see early top outs at the highest skill level as well. Club Zero is a greater honor than... Yes, it is. Oh no, Aiken with another early top out. Oh, that's unfortunate. And Wabi is going to take the dub. I'm okay with, we could have an encore, Aiken, if you did want to try to give it another go here. That was fairly short compared to our last match, but up to you guys. Tetri says one more. Yeah, let's do it. I believe in Aiken. Aiken, equipped with the crossbow avatar, about to shoot that scorpion on the left. You would think a crossbow would beat a scorpion, so let's see what happens here. All right. So looking like, I wonder what control method Aiken's using here. Looking like they might be using the automatic if you hold down left and right, which takes some time to get used to. Wabi with a left well Tetris. We're on level 9, so not the worst thing, but as I mentioned earlier, typically you're gonna want that right well for safety reasons. Wabi seems pretty good. Maybe Wabi just doesn't play too much classic Tetris. They might be underrated. Or they're playing their best games of their life right now. Stepping up their game. Maybe it was my tutorial at the start of the stream. Wabi is just such a great player now. Okay. So Aiken has that long bar dependency on the left. Does get it. Ooh, no, they burn in the middle. They're set up for Tetris, though, if they can get that long bar. Oh, get it. No! Aiken can't get that long bar to the left. Dang. GG. Looks like we have one more in the chamber, match-wise, so while you guys play your game, I'm going to get the next match set up. I believe we have R3, IO, I believe they're in our lobby, and then we can get Side Arc. Side Arc, if you're ready, you can join the lobby. Once it opens up here after this game. All right, so Wabi taking earlier burns. I think Aiken is playing a bit more aggressive, but if they get this Tetris here, there it is. All right, Aiken is in it to win it. This is their time to shine. But yes, Aiken, like I mentioned, is our resident YouTube chatter. They also tend to tune into our Humanity streams, which, yeah, I'm always curious on the crossover between Humanity and Tetris, but of course, as a lover of Humanity as well, if you guys aren't familiar with the game, definitely check that out. Ooh, they managed to get the long bar to the left there. If they don't get a long bar in time for that Tetris, though, and they are going to top out. Wabi throwing down some clean games, though, so nice try, Aiken. Wabi is just killing it tonight, it looks like. GG. And I'm sure we'll see Aiken around in our future community streams. Seem to be a resident Enhanced fan. All right, let's get this next match set up. While I do that, you can look at our beautiful banner, register now banner. If you haven't registered already, be sure to. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so we got Sidearc versus R3IO for MF. Really wondering what the word is. Hopefully it's nothing bad, that I'm just a boomer and not sure what it means. But all right. When you two are ready, we can hop right into it. Sidearc is scared. Oh, it's gibberish? Okay. I like how your Twitch name says don't try to say, as if I shouldn't even try to say your name. It's kind of funny. All right. When you guys are ready, we can hop into it. Good luck. Super rusty, but still had fun. Yeah. I think it's always worth noting, like, there's always going to be someone around your skill level, so just look at it from a perspective like you don't have to win your match. Just try to have fun, and if you want to improve, you'll naturally get better anyways and climb the ladder. Okay, so can't remember what these players wanted to play level-wise. I would suggest 5 or 9, maybe. Sidearc, you can pick whatever level you are comfortable with. Not 28, unless you guys are gods, I'm not familiar. Ooh, going for 18. That is standard competitive play. If you guys want to give it a go, you're welcome to. I don't want to say standard. It's high-level competitive play is a level 18. And both players managing off the bat. The thing about 18 and 19, especially 19, is one mistake could spell disaster. So you got to be sure to keep your boards clean. Uh-oh. And we already have a drought? Okay. A 22 drought to kick things off. Sidearc almost topped out. Ooh. Well, they top out, but they did. Oh, okay. R3IO does get that Tetris, and they will take game number 1. 18 could be tricky. It looks like both players did have a pretty good mindset in terms of stacking. It usually just comes down to controlling this game is very difficult. Takes a lot of practice, right? No matter how good you are, if you are 200 IQ and can perceive the best placement at any time, usually the piece isn't always going to go where you want it to. So, yes, a drought is when you go. How long? So when you see a 22 drought, it means that you've had 22 pieces since you've had a long bar. Oh, we're going to keep up the level 18 tradition here. Feel free. You don't have to. You can pick a lower level too if you'd like. But if you want to go for it, feel free to go for it. Welcome in, Flare Tumble. I see Flare play a lot of connected versus. Flare, are you playing in this year's tournament? take off my camera so we can do the avatar matchup. I always love to do the avatar matchup. We have the twin blades on the right here against triangle. Does anyone here call the eyepiece hero? Well, okay, that's a reference to the Jeopardy question, right? Wasn't that like wasn't the Jeopardy Tetris reference? Wasn't that like incorrect or something? Didn't they goof up on that? Either way, the eyepiece is definitely a hero piece in classic Tetris. All right, R3IO going to take this one as well. They're a little high up on the board. I think it was fairly close. Playing level 18 can be like playing on a knife's edge. It's going to be very tricky to navigate. And at times you could be going all in for that Tetris, right? But yes, you did not join Club Zero. Unless you wanted to. I mean, Club Zero is very exclusive. We will welcome anybody to join Club Zero, but if you want to avoid Club Zero, you know, I respect it. Okay, so we can hop into our next game. Thanks for playing, you two, and you're welcome to play in future community streams as well. We're going to have one each Friday, same time, 3 p.m. Pacific. Who was up next? Eversiege is on standby. Oh, okay. Who's the best matchup for Eversiege? And then we can get Tetri versus Wiley next. I see Wiley in our room. Trying to get started here. Do we have a matchup for Eversiege? Wabi, would you like to play Eversiege? I think that'd be a good matchup. All right, players are finding their way into the lobby. We can look at my face for a little bit. I just got my Switch carrying case today. It's my new toy. I'm going to keep showing it off. From Hyperkin, who does sponsor this year's tournament. We are going to have giveaways and stuff as well for tournament participants, so definitely make sure to register if you want a chance to win some Hyperkin goodies. Got the box right here. And more on that in the future. Once we have our prize packages all determined and set to go, we'll share some news on that. So yeah, next up is going to be Eversiege versus Wabi, and then we'll get Wiley versus Tetri following that. Oh, it looks like they're, yeah, Eversiege, you can hop in there. And we can get started. Good luck, have fun. Wabi versus Eversiege. Got a lot of spectators in this lobby too, so we can get the full emojis going on. So whoever's in this lobby, be sure to throw out some hearts to kick off the stream. Maybe some thumbs up, some smiles, some sweats when they're when there's a misdrop or something like that. This is, in fact, an 8-player game, so let's show that 8-player game in full force here. You're wearing your tournament shirt. Very nice. So am I. The tournament shirt grants you special powers, by the way. So if you are looking to up your Tetris game, fundamentals, that doesn't matter as much. You just need a good Tetris Effect connected t-shirt. Instantly better player right when you wear it. So definitely recommend trying that out. Maybe cute data, maybe you can vouch for me there. I don't want to see any conspiracy theory that wearing the t-shirt does not improve your gameplay. Okay, so Eversiege versus Wabi. Ooh, Eversiege having a rough start here. That is quite a predicament. Oh no. And they are going to top out. Maybe we can go for a lower level start. Does the shirt give you 50 plus? Yes, there is an I guess the yeah, you get a score bonus when you're wearing the t-shirt. Thanks to that technology, Green Tea programmed if you're wearing a t-shirt, you get an extra 1,000 score per Tetris. All right. So yeah, I recall Eversiege playing in last year's TECWC tournament. I don't know if Classic was their strong suit, but there we go. They got a Tetris to kick things off. Maybe they got to de-rust a little bit, get into the Classic Tetris mindset. It can be difficult to go from modern Tetris into Classic Tetris if you don't have that autopilot from practicing either mode a lot. It can be daunting when you switch to another game mode. Okay. Eversiege is going to need to burn this down a little bit. Ooh, Wabi tops out. Eversiege has a chance if they can manage to survive here. This is pretty scary, though. No! Oh, they hang the square, and Wabi gets away with it. Yeah, I'll drop a sweaty emote for that as well. Looks like they had a little bit of an early drought with a 25 drought. Yes, greed stacking. But GG's. You know what? Yeah, you guys can give it a retry if ever. Oh, okay, never mind. If Eversiege wanted to give it one more attempt here. Too early top outs might not be a great feeling for your community showcase debut. Can you Mullen? It depends. I feel like it. Yeah, if it's like really early on, say 10 lines in or something, I'd prefer no Mullen. But say you're like already in 19, yeah, you can Mullen. Okay, we can get Tetri and Wiley in here. Eversiege, if you're still around, we can get you in another game momentarily. Maybe you can play against Grass Pelt. Grass Pelt, what is your skill level? What's your preferred like level start? SR maybe. I feel like I've played against Grass Pelt, so maybe they're pretty good. Ooh, level 18 start. So we're getting into some spicy matches here. I think both Tetri and Wiley are decent at classic score attack, so let's see what they could do. And then after this, we should have Bendy versus Mr. FAQ. Mr. FAQ, whatever you want to... Whatever they prefer, I suppose. And yeah, Bendy and Mr. FAQ, I know, are both pretty solid classic players. Bendy I actually met in Las Vegas. They're quite a young player. Probably one of the younger players right now. They recently had a Game Scout feature for clearing 19.5 with the DAS control method, I believe. Okay, yeah, we can get you against... Maybe if we have time at the end of the stream, we could do Grass Pelt versus Ever Siege, or if there's anybody else who wants to play. The Tetris company is based out of Hawaii, I believe. And I believe the creator of Tetris, I believe they live in Seattle. Pretty sure that's public knowledge. I'm not not doxing or anything. Okay, so Tetris for Tetri. Sweaty Tetris match. You gotta love it, though. I am an appreciator of sweaty Tetris matches. Wiley tops out early, and Tetri will take it with a Tetris. Tetris, of course, being named after Tetri, one of the first to do it. All right, good Tetris race, though. That's a sign of things to come, maybe. Oh my god, level 28 start. For the memes? No. Okay. Let's see if our friend Wiley here can make a comeback. I do know Wiley does stream regularly, so if they type in chat here, maybe give him a follow if you're looking to follow other players and content creators in the community. Is Bendy and Mr. FAQ around in the chat? I can, I'll tag you guys in the Discord as well. Okay, well, if we have a fairly competitive match here, we can get into some intricacies of competitive Tetris play. I love to watch competitive Tetris, competitive classic Tetris. I love all forms of Tetris. Everybody knows that. But yeah, so like in these situations where Wiley has this 41,000 point lead, this can be overcome. You just got to keep up consistent play. They have a another thing to look at here is the line count at the top. Both players are on a similar line count, so... Sorry, there's a loud car that just passed by. I don't know if anyone heard that. But, yeah, so, like, if somebody's really far ahead on lines, you should take that into account when you're weighing out their score. Looks like Wiley isn't in a bit of trouble here. They're going to need to burn very... got to think fast, think instinctually, and see if they can make it down. So far, so good. Ooh, not getting that square to the left. That's brutal. Unless you get to a L piece. And Wiley is going to top out. Tetri looking pretty clean for their community showcase matchup. GG's. Wiley with a no. Let's get a heart out. Hearts for Wiley. But thanks for playing, you too. We do have Bendy available. I'm not sure if Mr. FAQ is around. If anything, I could play against Bendy. Or we can get... who else is... Bendy is a very good player. Maybe Tetri. Tetri could earn their way to play against Bendy. Tetri, what is your PB? I'm curious. Yes, a TEC stream. All right. So Bendy is going to be okay. If this room gets full, I might might create a new lobby. And yes, while I set this up, if you haven't already, be sure to register for the tournament. We have multiple upcoming tournaments. There's going to be 2 start times for each game mode, except for the teams tournament will be just 1 start time. But yeah, really looking forward to it. Be sure to check it out if you haven't signed up already. Grass Pelt will get you in the next match, if that's okay with you. We're going to give Bendy some limelight here. Bendy is a pretty strong player, very young as well. But they are known in the classic scene at this point. I believe they use a DAS play style. Bendy also... There's the room code. So I think we're actually going to do Bendy versus Gila. I think Gila is pretty good at Classic, so we'll see what happens here. Oh, that's Bendy's username. Okay. I was wondering who that was. I feel like I've seen you on the leaderboard. But yeah, Gila, you should have the room code on Discord, and we are going to get started. There we go. We have our full lobby. So let's get this going. Spectators, feel free to spam your emotes. Get into the game. You are a part of this as much as the players. All right. So Gila with a cat avatar, or Bastet. And Bendy rocking the dolphin. Good choice. All right, thanks for hanging out with us, Tetri. Happy to have you, and nice showcase of classic Tetris play. All right, so yes, our player on the right here is Bendy, a very knowledgeable classic Tetris player. If you're trying to learn the game, maybe follow along with their placements. See what they would have done differently than you. I feel like watching players play is always a very quick way to learn the game, right? What I like to do personally when I first started learning classic Tetris was to kind of watch along and be like, I look at their next piece and visualize where I would place it personally, and then compare with their placements, right? To see like what I may have done wrong or what they're doing right in comparison to my placements. And if you were watching like a YouTube video or something, you could always pause it and like be like, oh, I see why they did that. So watching players play usually is my recommendation for improving quickly. Ooh, Bendy with a high middle there. But showing that they are proficient with control. You can definitely play greedier if you are confident in your ability to control the pieces, as we see from Bendy here. And boom, Tetris for Bendy. Gila is set up, going to also get a Tetris. Looks like Bendy is slightly ahead on lines. One thing you can do, an advanced trick here in Tetris Effect Connected, is keep an eye on your opponent's board, because your opponent does actually have the same piece set. So if you hear that Tetris noise, or you see that your opponent gets a long bar and they're like slightly ahead of you, you're like, oh, I have a long bar coming up, I can stack a little more aggressively. So that is one interesting aspect of competitive classic Tetris as well. Bendy set up for Tetris actually takes that triple burn. I like their conservative play here, keeping it simple. You don't need to stack to the skies. Typically, if you survive, you have a higher chance of winning. Early top outs happen a lot. And another Tetris for Bendy. Gila, with a tricky situation, does manage to find some initial burns here. Ooh, that long bar placement. I do not know what they can do with that. And Bendy will take game number 1. GG. You're okay. Maybe when the set ends, you can mull in, if that's okay. Or yeah, like if we're in 19 or something like that. I don't want to mull in from an early 18. So the term Mullen, if you guys wonder what that means, it's a reference to a player, Ben Mullen, who was the first to ever Mullen. It means to like play out your game once your opponent tops out for score or something like that. If you're going for like a max out, I think the original reference was to a live Classic Tetris World Championship tournament where Ben Mullen kept playing when their opponent like topped out right away and was like going for a max out, something like that. So the term's called mullening when players play for score when their opponent tops out. Typically, it's advised that players don't do it unless they're like in a situation where they're going for a high score or something like that. All right, pretty solid start for Bendy with that 92% Tetris rate. All these long bars Gila are getting are when they cover up their well. Um, yeah, that's like a near perfect game for Bendy to start things off. Uh-oh. Some rough placements here from Gila, and they are going to top out. Bendy is going to take it. GG's. Okay, I think we have room for one or two more here. Bendy, perhaps I could throw down a set with you if you'd like, and then we can get the grass pelt versus, what was the other matchup? Grass pelt versus somebody else, and then we'll call it there. Be our last two games. I'm inspired to play after seeing Bendy. I'm like, I want to give. That's the kind of player I am. If I see somebody strong, I'm like, I want to play him. Okay, so looks like we can hop into it. Then maybe we can get grass pelt versus flare after this. Flare, if you'd like to play. Put on my camera because I am on the left side, so it actually checks out. But yeah, I'm going to see if I can push Bendy here to show us their potential. So I'm actually not sure how much Bendy has improved since I last saw them at Las Vegas. Oop. Okay, we can get Flare in the next match. Flare versus Grass Pelt to finish up the stream. That's kind of tricky. Oh, that lined up perfect. Going for that center well. Not always advised, but sometimes it lines up just right. So as I was mentioning earlier, I'm going for that right well. It's really flexible in terms of setting up tucks, spins, and pieces get to the right sooner. So if you're playing on 18, you definitely want to stack the right well at a high level. Ooh, shoot. I had a miss control there. Uh-oh. All right, we got this. Oh, no, maybe we don't. No. Oh, no. All right. We got to make it to 19. That I misflipped the long bar. That messed me up. All right. Oop. Yeah. My joystick emojis can use some work. All right. Good luck, Bendy. I was too confident. I thought I was going to push Bendy, but I'm also topping out on 18, so. All right, kind of a rough start for me there. Had a weird setup. Bendy keeping it clean, putting on the pressure. And yeah, that's one thing when you're playing a player like Bendy. Like, I feel the pressure because I feel like if they're consistent, they're going to keep scoring. So then I just feel the extra need to get Tetrises when you're behind, right? So, but you always got to keep in your mind, like, just stay alive. There's a good chance my opponent will make a mistake too throughout the entirety of the match. So keep calm, keep your cool. Ooh, that was a weird sequence. Bendy's killing it. All right, so now I'm scoring Tetrises, but Bendy has not slowed down. They're rocking that 80% Tetris rate. Meanwhile, I'm creating gaps again. Not looking good for Team Austin. Well, all right. At the least, let's just try to survive. So you can see the Bendy level 19. This is a rough game for me. Can't seem to open up the well to save my life. There we go. I think we can finally get back to the right, but I am quite behind on score at this point. There we go. It's my first Tetris in a while. Uh-oh. Getting droughted. Ah! Help! Help me! Oh, no. All right. Bendy, you can keep playing. Let's see. Let's get a Bendy showcase. GG's Bendy. Thank you. I typically have better games, but it is all good. Let's see what Bendy could do on 19. wonder if Bendy can play. I think of Bendy as a DAS player, but I wonder if they can play into a level 29. I'm not as not cut up to speed on their control method. You're teleporting piece placement? Really? Oh, I missed it. Oh, on your client. Okay, I see. Yeah, you can. Or you can roll past 29 on TEC. I think I remember Eric ICX, a CTWC champion, mentioned that it's kind of a different timing, but they were able to do it in last year's Honda Fan Cup, which was probably one of the bigger classic score attack events. So yes, you can. We do have a level 39 cap for this year's tournament if you are in the Grandmaster bracket. All right, so Bendy looking like they are gonna. They have a great pace here. 69% Tetris rate. Hey now. Ooh, they hang the long bar. I don't know if they get to the left. Unless, okay, if they can get to the left here, that's how you know they are able to roll. But no, they're not able to. GG Bendy, thanks for making it out tonight. I assume Bendy is signed up for this year's tournament, so be on the lookout for Bendy. Just know you were in their lobby cheering them on with an emoji. And yeah, feel free to tune into our Grandmaster stream and cheer for Bendy if they make it that far. Oh, you haven't signed up yet? You should consider it. We'd be happy to have you. Are you too late? Shoot. I could try to get you in a game. We can extend it a little further. We'll get a match for... Are you in that zone battle tournament happening, though? I think that just started, didn't it? Grass Pelt and Flare, you can go ahead and get started here. And then, yeah, Mr. FAQ, if we can get you a matchup, we can squeeze one more game in. All right, Flare. Oh, my lobby broke. Let's get that restarted here. Everyone asking if they broke it. Mr. FAQ claimed that they broke it. The martyr in this situation here. Okay. Zone battle next time? Okay, we can get... yeah, next week we'll do a zone battle feature. And then the following we will do Connected Versus, because we'll have a Connected Versus theme week leading up to the Connected tournament. So we'll get some more team matches in there as well. But, okay. So 6URF, if you are watching Grass Pelt and Flare. I don't know if you're in the Discord, so I will just go public. But yeah, we'll have a similar stream next week. Maybe I can just like do some single player zone battle, go through some of the mechanics there that you may not have been aware of, and then we'll get some matches set up. Maybe we can start from like lower skill level, make our way towards those Grandmaster matches. I kind of like that that progression throughout the stream. It's nice. All right, when you guys are ready, we can do this. Is this the CVS Invitational? Simultaneous 23. Wouldn't that'd be awesome. Has that ever been done? That's never been done, has it? Simul 23s. First off, I've never even had a 23. Maybe Simul 22s. 22 seems a little more feasible. No 23 in ranked yet. Okay. For those that don't know what we're talking about, when you hit zone, you can, ultimate tris is 20 lines, but you can go above that. Curb tris being 21, impossibilitris at 22, and 23 is infinitress, right? Infinitress. I should know these things, but I don't believe there's been a 23 zone line clear in ranked play. Curb and 22 at the same time, really? I probably have seen that before. You should share that in the Discord and submit a clip channel. All right, so what do we got going on here? Flare with that column 2 Tetris well. Love it. Column 2 isn't the worst thing, I feel like. There are some skim options. But preferably you'd have a... You know what? On the left side, I don't know if I would rather have a far left well or a column 2 well. I don't really like having a far left well. I feel like even with a column 2 well, you actually have more spin opportunities, so... If I'm going to nerd out for a moment. But okay, we'll have this match, and then... Is there anybody that hasn't played yet? Mr. FAQ, we can get a match in with them. They are a pretty good player, so if you are a 18 speed capable player, $18 is too hard. What do you prefer then? Do you pick 15 starts? Whoa, or 29, yeah. Ferox, would you like to play around? You could play against Mr. FAQ maybe. Oh, Hunt Nog. If you want to, you can play. Sorry, I don't know if you were trying to play or not. Okay, we can have you play if you're comfortable with this 15 start work for you. Then we can close out the stream that way. Regardless, we got a long match going on here between Grass Pelt and Flare. They're throwing down. That's okay. Yeah, we can extend the stream just slightly here, and then we'll hop into... I believe there's a zone battle tournament happening tonight that some of you may be playing in, so... if that stream is live, we can raid that stream and hang out, see what matches are going on. I saw some pretty good players signed up for it. You got Wumbo Ties, OSW. Did Jaden sign up? Oh, they are live. Okay. So yeah, we'll throw them a raid after this and see what's going on over there. Oh no, I was looking flare tops out. And Grass Pelt is in the lead, and we'll take game number 1. GG. That was a clean game, though, for both players. Similar Tetris rate. That's a great matchup. Looks like they did hit a 31 drought. Maybe Flare was caught off guard by line number 100 with the speed increase. Scary drought, yeah. It is nice having the drought counter this time around. We did not have this for last year's Classic Tetris tournament, so. Although I guess we did have the stat like after a game. I think Somalians. Yeah, Somalian had a 61 drought last year. Which is pretty crazy. Welcome in, Super Shocky. Yeah, we're about to finish up our stream. The last match tonight will be Mr. FAQ versus Hunt Nog. And then we're going to check out I believe there's an ongoing zone battle tournament. I hope you're doing well. Next week, we will be doing zone battle. So if anybody wants to learn zone battle, test their skills in zone battle, definitely stop by. Start.gg is throwing you an error. What kind of error are you getting, really? I wonder if that's anything we need to be aware of. Is it like a registration error or just like a server kind of error? Yeah, if anyone has questions with registration, by the way, happy to help you. Wait, is the TEC sound? Oh, sorry. I don't know if the game was quiet that whole time. For some reason, I must have dragged it down all the way on accident. An unknown error occurred. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I would be curious to know about that error because we want to make sure everyone can register, right? So feel free to share that with us. Hopefully nobody else is encountering that. But, alright, let's take a look at these players. They've been playing pretty consistently. I am a fan of level 12, personally. It's kind of a nice chill pace. I like the color scheme. One of the better level starts. What's everybody's favorite color scheme in terms of classic levels? I feel like I like level 6. So level 6, 16, or 26. $17 or $18 because I immediately know which color is the J. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people do like level 5, kind of like the pastel, green and blues. Oh, you know what? I might actually like level 4 more than level 6. I think level 4 has a really cool color scheme. It gives me like a retro vibe to it. Uh-oh, Flare at the top, and they are going to top out. Looks like Pelt is already in the lead with a pretty good Tetris rate, so Pelt looking pretty strong here. And if they are signed up for the tournament, they are one to be reckoned with. So GG's. Thanks for playing, Flare. Hope to see you in some future matches. So, okay, last match tonight, we are going to do Mr. FAQ versus Haunt Nog. So, while we get that set up, I will put up our beautiful, beautiful registration slide. Register now for www.tetriseffect.game/tournaments. I'm sorry, register now for TECWC 2023. Head to www.tetriseffect.game/tournaments. All players, all platforms, all skill levels. How'd I do? On a 0 to 10 scale, how is that in terms of hype? I could probably work on it a little bit. Okay, so Mr. FAQ. I believe you two, do either of you need the room code? I'll just share it here. 6URF, Haunt Nog, if you are watching. All right, last game today. Let's do it. Ooh, we got the Panther avatar. Love to see it. I believe that's the big cat that it is, right? It's a panther. And then Mr. FAQ. Oh. Unfortunate crash timing. We'll give you a moment to rejoin. While you do that, I'll do my last plug for some goodies we have this year. So yes, check out the Tetris Effect Connected World Championship merch. I'm wearing the black color tee currently. We also have stickers, hoodies, and another t-shirt design that says, probably my favorite design is that we are all connected with the back logo. We also have like a black on black text for that, so check that out. We're also sponsored by Hyperkin this year with the Nintendo Switch carrying case. We will be having these as part of prize packages and giveaways for this year's tournament. It's pretty nice, actually. And I actually really needed a Switch carrying case because I always throw it in my backpack when I'm traveling, and then it... I'm sure it's not great for the joysticks to not have a carrying case. When it is like... when I have multiple things in my bag, so... It's nice for me to finally have a Switch carrying case. It's also an insert if you have a Switch Lite. Yeah. Pouch for some games and an extra zipper, so check it out. Hyperkin TEC carrying case, Tetris Effect connected. Okay, looks like they found their way into the lobby, and we will get started with our last game. Mr. FAQ versus Haunt Nog. Good luck, have fun. So we did go a little over time today, but got some extra games in. Want to make sure everyone has a chance to play, and I think we pretty much did get everybody the chance to play. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope you had fun so far tonight. Let's go out with a bang. We are about to see the greatest classic Tetris match of all time. I can feel it right now. And Mr. FAQ stating that this was their favorite color scheme. And I can dig it. I can respect it. I like it's like an oil pastel color. And yes, I'm gonna go with level 4 as my favorite color scheme. Ooh, they had a center whale, but they had a S and Z spike. That was kind of unfortunate for Mr. FAQ. Let's see if they can get the right pieces here. That's like the worst pieces they could have gotten for that setup, and it's gonna backfire. Haunt Nog will take a quick game 1. Nice start, says Mr. FAQ. Happens to the best of us. In all seriousness, classic Tetris can really punish you, no matter who you are. All right, game number 2. Yeah, Mr. FAQ has done well historically, I'd say, in classic score attack. I remember them getting some decent results in recent tournaments. I want to say they made it to top 16 or top 8 of the Grandmaster bracket at one point. I believe in last year's tournament they actually upset a pretty good player. I can't remember who off the top of my head. But yeah, they're also a very good modern player. So an all-around strong player. I believe they might be playing a Tonight Zone Battle tournament, which we'll check out following the stream. And Mr. FAQ is sporting I believe that is the Tier 10 Grandmaster avatar. If any of you are working towards that, has a cool projectile when it sends out attacks. And I believe Haunt Nog's avatar is actually from the Full Moon. Is it Connected, or I believe Full Moon Connected Versus, right? Can't remember how many wins you need for it, but you play Connected Versus on Saturday Pacific time. You have a chance to earn the Panther. And I don't think the Panther takes you too long to get, right? Maybe somebody in chat could find that out for me. How many wins or matches played you need to earn the Panther avatar? And yeah, if you're trying to climb tier quickly to unlock all the tiered avatars, easiest way is to play all of the game modes and to also play the connected co-op. Even the just a standard co-op mode will help you net some overall SR, which will allow you to put up your tiers. Pelt you have all the multiplayer avatars? Really? You even have the spider? The spider is the rarest one. Very nice. I'd like to go for the spider someday. Maybe that'd be a good way for me to get back into score attack. Which, by the way, I don't know if any of you follow the single-player leaderboards, but Rated F for Fun has they broke 2 million on marathon mode. I don't think it updated properly in the leaderboard, unfortunately, but they've uploaded some video. We're trying to figure out why it didn't upload properly, but it had me thinking that I don't know if score attack is optimized fully and competitively. Just the way I saw them playing Marathon just had me thinking, like, I'd love to see more infinite TSTs, and I believe they were doing some, like, DPC setup to get out the most score. Just something to think about. With Tetris PCs in particular. There's never anybody in the co-op modes. Oh, if you are having trouble finding a lobby, well, first off, I would recommend, I feel like level 1 might be the easiest to find a lobby in, but also join our Discord, and we have a lot of people that will typically try to help players go through the connected areas. If you haven't beaten it yet, definitely check out the enhanced Discord. You might get some pros to help you out. Ooh, look at this board from Not Hong. This is tricky. And with that L, yeah, I think they're going to give up there. So Mr. FAQ will take game number 2. Oh, thank you, Joshua, for using our Discord command. Yeah, if you're trying to work your way through the connected mode, definitely ask if anybody can help you in our Discord. There should be a channel titled Find Online Matches. It's a good place to ask. Or why did I say Not Hong? Dyslexia. Haunt Nog is a hard name to say. Doesn't flow off the tongue. Haunt Nog. Okay. All right, Haunt Nog with a... Ooh, with some rough placements. Where is that long bar? They opened with a 37 drought. No long bar. Oh, that was brutal. I'll see how long this drought goes. That was a 40 drought. Right off the bat. Oh, that is brutal. You just never expect it either. Especially when you're building from the start. You expect to see it at some point, but that's brutal. That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. You can never expect the long bar. Always expect that there's going to be that 100 drought or whatever it's going to be. Kind of a fitting end to a classic score attack match, if you ask me. It just goes to show that this is a very unforgiving game mode. But okay, with that being said, we are going to call our stream there. So yeah, if you haven't already, be sure to register for the TECWC 2023 tournament. We have a teams tournament to kick things off on October 7th, and then we'll be going through the 1v1 game modes. We'll also have a live setup at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. We'll share some more information on that this weekend and next week, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, let's find I believe there's a zone battle tournament going on, so we're going to find that channel, and we will throw a raid that way. Okay. So if you're looking we will be doing a zone battle community showcase next week. If you're trying to learn zone battle and play against similar skilled players, definitely stop by if you had fun this week. Yeah, so we are going to throw a raid towards, I want to say Skelly is their username. Hopefully I pronounced that right. All right, so let's tune into this zone battle action. Thanks everyone for hanging out tonight. I had a lot of fun watching some Classic, and maybe you learned a thing or two tonight. So see ya. Thanks for hanging out. And until next Friday or next Wednesday, if you wanted to turn into our Humanity Hub stream. So I'll see ya. See you on the Discord and in next week's stream. Bye-bye.